Welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading and see which messages resonate for you and hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering. And remember that divine inner guidance is in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we are all uplifted in love. Let's begin. Actually, for me, it's let's begin again. I just recorded an entire reading and it had no sound. And I don't know why. If any of you have any tips on the iPhone and why that would have happened, I would appreciate any help I can get. I am still learning. But I hope this one has sound. We're gonna begin again because I still feel like messages need to come through. So let's dive on into the what's the vibe. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening message and vibration for the collective to know whether this is your energy or someone else's? What would be helpful, please, and thank you. Cutting ties. So it's time for you or someone else to not feel so trapped. You have to be the one to put yourself in the position of power to cut the strings necessary that were tying you down, binding you to something, restricting your growth. I don't know why I see I see something going around and around. Like I just pictured one of those weird little trains that people have and they go on the tracks like around a room or a restaurant or something like that. And I feel like something was going around and around and around. And this time there's an open door and that train like hops off the track, goes through the yard to the street and goes down a different way, a different direction. So in order for you or someone else, if this is what someone else is going through, to get out of where they feel like they're trapped in a bubble, running on empty, doing the same thing the same way all the time, the only way for change to happen is to create it, to make it happen, to put yourself or someone else has to put themselves in the position of power and believe that there's never no options. There's always a way through. If it's not the front door, it's the back door, or it's opening up the window. There's always a solution or a resolution or a different way of doing something. It makes me think of the Nautilus shell or that spiral staircase. If you're only seeing point A, B, C, and D, and you feel boxed in, you have to take the lid off of that box and try to see more perspectives. Try to change the direction that you are looking at or the filter you're looking through. This is where somebody is maybe trapped in unforgiveness. Maybe it's not forgiving themselves or somebody else. That just keeps whoever this is stuck. To offer forgiveness doesn't condone somebody's actions, but what it does is it cuts the strings binding you down to move. It binds your beautiful spiritual wings from flying. So if somebody felt trapped, like they had no options, like they were constantly stuck, it could also be where someone was believing that they were stuck because of outside circumstances and or always blaming other people or outside circumstances for where they are, instead of having true self-reflection on who they are, how powerful they are, what you can do. I'm going back and forth because I don't know if this is your energy or someone else's. I think it's both. So here, somebody doesn't even want to see the truth. You know, they like covered their entire face and they have their hands on these strings. But if these strings are not like flexible or not moving with them or keeping them back, you have to be the one to cut the strings. I see scissors, which makes me think of a blade, which is like communication. So maybe this starts with communication, clear, truthful conversation. It's where somebody is finally waking up to the truth, their truth, a truth, and stepping into the direction of truth. Standing up, awaken, and it's where somebody's finally wanting or deciding that they should have this energy of freedom where they can expand, where I'm just getting where it doesn't feel so restricting. I feel a little bit like the energy is like pushing against me. And I feel like maybe for some of you, you have to push back or say no or shut the door or move your energy around something. I feel like you just have to do something a different way than you ever thought. So maybe that, since I saw like a sword, maybe that clarity or that idea is coming in. Maybe that idea happens after some communication. Because the belief that there's no options is just being in the energy of lack instead of abundance, instead of believing something is possible. So let's continue. I kind of want to do a place. I know this is bouncing in a different direction, but let's just sort of see what comes through. What is a place of importance or prominence or just something to be aware of for the collective right now, please and thank you. Clarity on TRAPT, and I think I just lost the whole deck. Let me see. I did, but the only one that is, wow, the only one that's upright is a window. Didn't I see the window opening? Maybe it's about a window that's that possibility of doing something a different way. Maybe it's not an open door. It's what you don't expect that's going to get you through. Maybe it's opening up the window. You have two things here where it feels like somebody, I just thought of that Stone Sour song, Through Glass. It looks like somebody is like looking at something through glass. So maybe somebody is observing something online or through a computer. Always feel like they're on the outside looking in or the inside looking out, wondering what it would be like out there. I feel like this person has to be the one to open the door or open the window, allow some growth in the sunlight. I feel like the sunlight is fun, vibrancy, authenticity, growth, like play. I'm getting like even playing. It's framed views, glass portal, and a windowsill. So let's pull a card since half of those flew. What is one more place of prominence to be helpful for the collective, please? And ooh, you're slippy today. One more message, please and thank you. Oh, you got more glass, but now we're in a shopping mall. At the bottom, you do have a while. Everything is slipping today. Maybe somebody's feeling like something's like getting a little more loose, or something is about to jump out of their hands, or maybe it's somebody's reaction time. I feel like I just thought of that phrase. I always tell people like I'm kind of a klutz, but I have very good reaction time to balance it out. So maybe it's about the balance. Maybe somebody like kind of tripped over their own feet or stumbled on their own words. And maybe it's about retracting something or, you know, finding that balance in energy. This is I'm also getting, I just thought a body like a back road. This is a curvy trail. Maybe somebody's pretty curvy, or it's that feminine kind of perspective instead of the straight way. Maybe it's the side road. Maybe it's the shortcut. Maybe the scenic route is longer, but it's way more beautiful. Twisting route and a meandering passage. This is a passage. So this is a way through. Maybe it's not the direct approach, but maybe it is the direct approach, but that's going to take you on some twists and turns each step of the way. Be flexible. I feel like you're going around the trees there, so I don't feel like you're being blocked. Why a shopping mall is coming through, I am not sure. Maybe some of you work in a shopping mall. This is the fanciest mall I have ever seen. Even the mall looks like it's kind of curvy. So maybe it is about the feminine perspective, or allowing something to just be. Seeing something as it grows naturally. It's a variety of stores and a shopping center. I'm getting that some of you are shopping for maybe the new you, or your new cycle, maybe even a new home. Because this is something new coming in, but maybe it's about releasing any old energy, even if that's clothing you put on and you don't like how you feel in it. Get rid of it while you have it. Keep the things that bring you joy. Keep the things that you feel good in. But that's also energies, places, and people. But I feel like you have to make that preparation and space for the new to come in. Maybe for some of you, you just need to sort of, I'm getting like people watch. Maybe it's going shopping with somebody. I just saw sneakers. Like somebody you have a good time with. Maybe for some of you, if you have a store and you were sort of on the outskirts of town or something like that, maybe you'll get more foot traffic if you're somewhere where there's, you know, a variety of stores. So maybe if some of you have a business, it's kind of like a shopping center or something like that, instead of maybe something off the beaten path or where people can't find you. And if you are off the beaten path and that is the better direction to be, I feel like it's maybe advertising in a place where there are a lot of people. All right, I hope those messages were helpful. I kind of like that those are always a little bit different. But I'm grabbing these. So I know I should pull these because I'm gravitating towards those. But why I was grabbing those, I feel like with that retail thing that came through, maybe it's about somebody, I don't know, that kind of makes me think of commercialism, like 3D land, but I'm not getting negative energy from this. I'm getting very positive energy. So maybe it's bringing something down back to earth, or maybe it's looking at something in reality. Maybe it's about a commercial. I said commercialism, right? Maybe some of you, it's advertising via commercial, or it's something that you see in a commercial. I'm even getting some kind of like seminar or something like that, or maybe it's even a video that you see, since there's all that glass, that maybe brings you the right inspiration to, I don't know, to head you towards freedom, to bring you clarity on an option you didn't see before. I'm gonna pull from this just so we can get a little bit of career or, you know, work, projects, stuff like that, a little clarity, and then we'll go to the divine truth. Clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, you're being guarded. You have a guardian angel coming through in the career deck. So you are being protected, and I feel like this is where I said whatever I said before about the like 3D land. I feel like you are being guided divinely by God, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever energies are of the highest vibration that know the potential and know what your higher calling is. Because I feel like your destiny or somebody else's destiny is actually bigger than you or that person was giving themselves credit for. Because this is putting a spiritual light on everything. This is guidance to get unstuck, guidance to be strong and cut the ties you need to. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust your guardian angel, trust the divine. If you get a big closed door, trust that door is closed for a reason. But maybe it's a big roadblock, but that's getting you, on, I just see a trail now, like in a forest. Maybe you have to take a tiny little trail in the forest to get to the highway, to get to that destiny road. I always see that as sometimes you got to go in the hallway to get to that next open door. I just thought of Manly P. Hall. He has some, and I said something about watching something really, wow. I just got the goosies big time. I wish you guys could see my hairs. You can see my hair stand up. Can you see that? You see the goosies there? You can see it. That went down my legs. So maybe it's listening to, maybe even just clicking a video by him and that takes you to someone else. But maybe it is some kind of spiritual inspiration that you see, or something puts a more spiritual perspective on your everyday situation. I wouldn't even know where to start with putting something in the playlist on Manly P. Hall. He has so much information, so much knowledge. So, and then I just thought of Madame Blavatsky. Those are intense books. That's like Isis Unveiled, The Secret Doctrine. Maybe some of you have read something like that. It's deep. So, wow. Let's do just a few. I have the whole thing together this time. Let's get a couple divine truths to help you guys out, please and thank you. Nourishment. I do see that something is growing, but it's also paying attention to the right frequencies that are around you. Are they nourishing, inspiring, energizing? Or is it something that drains you and pulls you down, stresses you out? It's you. This is somebody who feels like, what are you doing? You okay? You got a sneeze? False alarm. This is somebody in your life or coming in that's going to feel like you're sunshine, that you have the right vitamin C. I think that's a singer. I don't know what she sings though. You have the right vitamins, nourishment, possible growth, open mind, that you brighten up somebody's energy. Maybe you allow someone to see something a different way. You feed my mind. I feel like that's mental stimulation, but maybe you are the one opening up somebody's mind, or did, and nourish my soul. That's really beautiful. Your energy helps keep me going. I feel like my lip is dry. Speaking of nourishment, I probably need to drink some water. Maybe it's about drinking some water. I feel like somebody, I don't want to say they're reliant on your energy, but I feel like they are inspired by it. And I also am getting that somebody could be missing your energy. They didn't notice how much sunshine was brought into their life, maybe until they had some darkness, or maybe lack of your energy. So maybe somebody closed the door, but I feel like somebody wants to open it up. Clarity on nourishment, please, and thank you. Oh, this divine timing is so annoying and it's so beautiful at the same time. This is, you have a lot of divine energy coming through in this reading, telling you it's going to be okay. You're going to get unstuck. Somebody else is going to get unstuck. You're going to get spiritual clarity on something. It is when something is coming through with the right vibration. Someone will have the right vibration for you. Maybe 1111. Also the 4 is stability. But this is where something happens when it's supposed to. So if there's a break, or if there's a pause or a separation, if there is a big closed door and it's taking you to maybe the right new vibration, it's because it's being divinely directed, because there's something here for your highest and greatest good, because it's meant to be, because it's going to be such a blessing in your life that when you look back, you couldn't have seen it unfolding any other way than it did. But it means you have to be in that book, on that step, in the chapter. Go with the flow. The universe always delivers in divine timing. It's going to require patience, faith, and trust. Trust the process. 1111. Maybe a life path. 11. Could also be something in November. Also maybe with the 4, maybe April. Or maybe it's about like the Aries energy, like a new beginning will be coming. Maybe it's 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months. There's another message to be helpful, please, and thank you. Please, you see why I use them? And like it's a half-half. It's such a big deck of cards. It's a big, beautiful deck. Okay, keep going. Oh, yeah, somebody's thankful for you. For you. I just looked at that. You're the one that somebody is like really going to be or is grateful to have in their life. Look at your style. You're just rocking that cheetah print. I am thankful to have you in my life for both the small and the large things that you do. And I feel like a lot of you have given a lot. I am sort of getting that somebody wants to be the one who gives you nourishment back. At the bottom, it says, you make me feel alive. Your energy keeps them going. You're making them feel alive. You make them feel like they are thriving. I feel like you have given somebody such a different perspective, such a spiritual light, such a vibration of love and truth that, I don't know, maybe that's why they're cutting some ties. Or it could even be if you weren't given reciprocity back, or you were in the wrong vibrations, you needed to cut those ties because this wants to come in. I choose you without a doubt, no doubts. This is somebody who chooses you. There's no options. There's no comparison. There's nobody else. They close their eyes and they see your face. They hear your laugh. They feel your energy. They send you gratitude. They are tapping into their faith, but maybe it's faith in you, but faith in themselves and faith in source. And I feel like this person is starting to trust their intuition and their guidance. Somebody's heart just yearns for you. I feel like somebody is really missing you. And if this is not somebody you are thinking of, but somebody you are future connecting to, I feel like you and them still feel this yearning. Even if you may not know who that person is, you still know there's something better. There's something out there that was made for you. There's someone who deserves all that you have to offer. And I feel like this is somebody that is going to have that reciprocity of beautiful, same vibration of love, intention, energy, effort, all of that together. So yeah, guys. All right, let's dive into the tarot. I'm going to use this new one. Let's just get a little movement of energy to be helpful on guardian angel, divine timing, nourishment, thankful, you, and cutting ties. Another message, please and thank you. The Four of Swords, that's really nice because that's where somebody is no longer going to bed with armor on. They have tapped in to the energy of peace, truce, tranquility, meditation, feeling like you're sleeping. Maybe there is something that is incubating, kept warm here. It can only hatch at the appropriate time. The Four of Swords is, maybe it's also a nesting like energy. Maybe some of you are moving, or I mean, you were shopping for something. So maybe some of you are shopping for a new home, or for somebody to come in and live with you. There's two bluebirds here. So I do feel like you are at this light, peaceful energy. Also, maybe you see feathers, and that's one of your signs. But this energy of peace, it starts in you, but I feel like you also bring this peaceful energy to someone else. If this is upside down, it's that person that doesn't organize their thoughts in the right way, and they still feel a little uncomfortable even where they are, because there's always that shield of armor that has to be on even at night when they should be relaxing, instead of like going to bed in their birthday suit. You know, like it should be like that kind of comfortability. I feel like this is somebody who's discovering or will find the perfect temperature to sleep in. Maybe it's about temperance. Clarity on the Four of Swords. What is this? Peace or truce? Maybe it's somebody being at peace with cutting ties, shutting a door, being at peace with stepping through something a different way, or going into a new environment or a new partnership. At peace that they believed they were trapped but never were the whole time, and decided to organize, because I always see the traditional one where there's usually laying on one of those swords, but the others are usually pretty organized up on the wall. And sometimes in those cards there is an open window. Clarity on the Four of Swords, please and thank you. The King of Coins. I did see all that 3D energy, and you do have that shopping stuff. So King of Coins is usually an earthy sign. Look at this person looking all dapper in their top hat. This is somebody who knows how to work, how to manifest. This is usually the king that wants some kind of growth in his or her life that can last a long time. That is potential to grow bigger and bigger, more and more abundance. But the King of Coins upside down can be somebody stuck in 3D land, manifesting all kinds of abundance in his or her life, but kind of always stuck in ego, really worried about how they look so they look good for other people, and not really enjoying what they put on or actually feeling comfortable in those clothes. This could be someone who's a hard worker, into their job, into their projects, but when this king is all around balanced, he or she works hard for everything. Because I always feel like this king, whether they look it on the surface or not, is very sensual, because it's an earth sign. they want to touch and feel what they are working on. I feel like they're usually really good and creative with their hands, even if it's just writing, even if it's just typing on the computer. But I usually see them as good builders, very creative in the arts, maybe even a painter, but it could be a business person. It doesn't, have to be one form of expression, but it's something that they can take that inspiration and ground it in the earth and see it grow. If this is somebody coming in, this is somebody who wants to stick around. It's also someone who's had a lot of experience, ups and downs and goods and bads. But usually this is somebody who figures out how to do something a different way, because I think of the earth and I think of a tree. It's well-rooted, deep, grounded, strong and tall, but flexible when the wind blows. Branches out to new territories, even different timelines or different options. So maybe it's about reaching out to someone, or someone is reaching out to you. There's also a bee in that card and honeycomb. Maybe it's about honey on the wound instead of rubbing salt in. That was a weird thing to see. There was a picnic here. But the honeybee, how important are bees? It's the entire ecosystem of the world working. So maybe this is about nourishment. Honey is also something that never expires. I mean, they have to put the expiration date on it for 3D government purposes and such, but you can have honey that's thousands of years old and it is still good. It is quite magical and quite a miracle. So let's get a little clarity, and that could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. That's sticking in my hand. So what is this? Oh, the Four of Wands. You have 2 4s. And at the bottom you have the Wheel of Fortune. So fortune is on your side. Luck is going to change. Something is going to start spinning and come through. Keep your center spoke lubricated. I saw that. So it doesn't get stuck, Allow this wheel to spin as it does. Learn from when you're stuck down here, or you're holding on to the side, or you're occasionally flung off, and when you're at the top of your game. Learn from all of that, because the only thing that is consistent is everything is going to change unless you never do. So this is you learning to change. This is, let me show you this. You have double message here with this hourglass. Maybe it's about the hourglass. The time will come. Time is very strange. Sometimes, it feels like it's taking forever, and sometimes you wish it would just continue longer. 10, you do have this knowledge. I feel like it's almost like ancient knowledge. This is giving me Akashic Records energy. So I feel like there's something in your Wheel of Fortune, in your destiny, that you recognize or was supposed to happen. And I feel like it's almost going to surprise you and not. Like it's going to surprise you, and yet you're going to feel more yourself and more comfortable than you ever have. This could also have to do with the different zodiac signs, or maybe, I feel like maybe looking at your planets and which houses they are placed in. But I did see that Aries, I feel like there's going to be a new cycle. I feel like with this little bunny over here, it's also going to be very fertile. And it looks like there's crystals, so you're going to have a multifaceted situation, and you're going to find that key. Maybe it took going to the bottom of the wheel to find that key, to open that open window. Because you have this most beautiful balance between the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. I really love those together. And we get a 4 before. Boom. The 4. Maybe it's something about a 4. I just heard 10-4. Or like Roger that. Maybe you have like a walkie-talkie. I don't know why I see walkie-talkies. Walkie-talkies are always good to have in case cell phones get weird. I will just put that out there. Not bad to get yourself a walkie-talkie and maybe a way to charge it. The 4 of Wands, look at this. Look at this house with all the pink flowers. It says welcome. Usually this is the dance under the gazebo, but this looks like a comfortable, beautiful home. This is sometimes a wedding, a celebration. It's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of you. It's a celebration of a partnership. Maybe a new home, maybe a new job, maybe just a celebration that you get to have today. It's saying yes to the dance here. Saying yes to a gift handed to you by God when it is in your hands. Or you could sit in the sideline and watch vicariously through the window. Or you could live it. I just see someone like getting out on that field and playing that game. Getting in the car and being in the driver's seat. Seeing the love of their life or the cutest thing or the most handsome thing they've ever seen and asking them to dance and just grooving together. I also see when I know it's a different one, but when the music changes, you know, be flexible and change your dance or slow it down, pep it up. Here it's just not saying yes, not going to the wedding, not believing this beautiful moment, this experience is for you or gonna happen. That's making those moments today. That's booking that ticket today. That's calling that person today. That's sending the invitation. That is showing up to the party. That card for me are the moments that make life worth living. Where you see that every moment, even if it's somebody not saying yes to the dance you asked them for, it's still your moment. It's still a moment. It's still a part of your beautiful you book. It can't all always go according to plan and all always go beautifully and magically and rainbows and butterflies and unicorns, oh my, because that wouldn't be very interesting. It gives a lot more character to go through stuff, even if it's hard. But that moment isn't a hard one. That one is beautiful. And it's also the energy of that this too shall pass. So when you're in it, be in it. And if you're in it and you wish it would pass, it will. And then there'll be another day. But the day that you're on should be the day that you are in. These are the snapshots that you look back and remember, and you are so thankful and so proud that you were a part of it. I was gonna end with a rock and roll, and I think I still will, but I feel like these animal cards are twinkling. So let's get one animal card and just see what message comes through. Spirit animal, since we have your angels coming through. You got a cat. Beautiful. You have this sense of independence. Maybe you're moving from being that indoor cat looking at the window. You got a lot of windows here to exploring the yard. Or maybe it's that outdoor cat that occasionally likes to come in when they need to eat, when they want to sleep on, by the fire. I feel it's about changing your perspective. You are a natural healer. You guys are. I get that message a lot for you. You do have somebody here feeling like their nourishment comes from maybe your wisdom or your energy, your truth, your vitality, your vibration. Your intuition is strong. Follow it. You don't have to go with the crowd. You don't have to trap yourself in to the belief system of what everyone else thinks is right for you if it's not right for you. If it's not your truth. If it's not your path. If it's not your destiny. Create your own path. Pave it yourself. Roll out your own red carpet and make it happen. Life supports you in every way. Yeah, it does. You are getting big support. The right people coming along the path. The right spiritual inspiration guiding you along the way. And also the right strength to leave behind the ones that were chaining you up, holding you back, not wanting to see you succeed, or just in a different chapter of your life than where you are going. One more rock and roll for the collective. Escape. You got Tracy Chapman. I love this. You got a fast car. Except I'm going to put Give Me One Reason. Because that one is sassy. That's one I do in my gigs. It's very bluesy. I don't ever sing really loud in these videos because I'm very loud when I sing. I always just sort of gently sing the songs, but I'm gonna put that song in there. I'm also getting a little bit of New York City vibes here. I don't think that's what it is, but maybe it's also about mapping new territory, or you're getting that spiritual map. Escape. Go see new beauty. Go see it. Go find it. Go discover it. See the beauty in everyone. Even if those are, energies that held you back or cut you off or didn't understand you. Energies you're no longer having in your life. Because we're all divine souls having a human experience. And it's beautiful but not easy. And see that beauty in you. I do feel like there is somebody coming in, or somebody you already know about, that makes your energy feel free. That you would want nothing more than to just escape and travel the world with. That's kind of what I see. But they truly see the beauty in you, in your soul. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your beautiful comments and for liking this video. It's something so simple you can do to help me out. Say goodbye to Rose. She's been a very good girl sleeping here. And I hope you have a beautiful day, evening, night. With this, I bid you adieu, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.